Well, what's up? This is, I guess, another kind of update video. I've been taking a look at a bunch of different options for creating a wristwatch, right? Number one, you can go you can go ETA route. So ETA route is, what does that mean? Well, if you go ETA, there's cases already prefabricated. There's like if you're going to get ETA 224, pretty much one of the most popular movements out there, right? You can find pretty sweet quality made German cases for different ETAs. So get the ETA, get the German case, and then from there get my own custom made dials and my own custom made hands, because I want to design my own hands and I want to design my own dial, right? So that's one route, and then get them assembled probably in China, right? So you have a Swiss watch, Swiss movement, German case, most likely Japanese manufactured hands and dials, and then they get assembled in China and then they get shipped out over here. That's one route. And the other route is getting a Miyota movement, and then I'm pretty sure they probably have cases for Miyota movements also, but they're not going to be as high quality and they're going to be more difficult to find. So that's another option, is going Miyota movement if I want to go low end. And that's another thing I better mention. There's a huge range of options that I can go for. I can go for a watch that's 1,000 below, higher. I was thinking of going ETA 7750, German case, and then custom dial, custom hands, like I was saying. But maybe I'll go something else, 2824, maybe I'll go Miyota. But I'm thinking chronograph, because I want a Swiss chronograph. I want a chronograph. Scratch my own itch and see if I can make an interesting watch at the same time. And the third option is hiring someone to do everything for me. So I just say, hey, I want these kinds of hands, I want this kind of dial, I want this kind of case, I want this kind of movement, and then they do everything for me. But the problem is that's going to be very expensive. A lot of these are $5,000 for the Swiss ones. I found a Japanese company who looks very good. I'm going to shoot them an email probably today to ask them some questions. Alright, like, what's your pricing? What kind of services are you offering? Okay, you do case, you do dials, but what kind of movements are you thinking? I see you did work for Citizen. Like, how does that relate to your other stuff? Can you do custom made dials? Blah 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 blah. So I gotta write that email, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, you gotta write this email, you know, let it sit for a while, then let it do it. I'm procrastinating pretty much. Number three is no, that is number 3. So those are the options that I've found, right? Because for me the most important step currently, I guess option number 4 would be getting like cheap watches from I don't want to say cheap, but I could get everything manufactured in China, movement, hands, dials. I could buy a watch that's already prefabricated and just put my own branding on that. But I don't want to do that. I want to make a watch that is horologically sound, in my humble opinion, right? So what does that mean? It means that right now I'm thinking, not even I'm thinking, we'll get into that maybe in another video. But step number 1 is getting a prototype. Now, a lot of these companies, I could probably get one manufactured of each one, and it's going to be more expensive than when the final watch is cost. So I'm thinking, get a prototype, right, of whatever kind of watch I'm thinking. I have to get the dial down, I have to get the dial down, I have to get the hands down. But once I do that, I can get a prototype in. Honestly, I can get a prototype in. Now there's 2 ways I could do the prototype. Number 1 would be I go for one watch, right? Number 2, I could go for multiple watches. In the end, I'll probably launch multiple watches, but I gotta get a prototype. And from my calculations, some of these prototypes are going to be around $1,000 for the prototype, or mostly lower. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get this money, and also I gotta figure out what the watch will be specifically. What's my target audience? How much money do these people have? Am I going for watch connoisseurs, or am I going for mass market? Am I doing Miyota movement? Am I going ETA? Am I going German cases? Am I going Japanese cases? You know, there's a lot of questions that still haven't really been answered for me. the video I uploaded today, actually, this video I'm filming on Friday, but that video I actually filmed on Wednesday. So it's been about 2 days, and I've been doing the kind of preliminary research, and I've kind of got my my holding, and I sort of have a direction that I understand I need to go.
Let's go.
I need to get a prototype, and eventually I might need your guys' help with that. I'm a broke boy, but I'm willing to sell some watches. I'm willing to ask some family members for cash. I'm willing to pull out my savings. Well, obviously I'm gonna pull out my savings, but you know, when you only have $100 in your savings, it's not too much. And then even if nobody wants to help me, this summer I'm working in a job, so I'll use that money to fund the prototype. So in the end, funding is there's two choke points. Number one is the design, right? The design, that also includes manufacturing, that includes assembly, that includes what do I actually want to make, that includes the custom hands I want to use, that includes the custom dial I want to make. That's one choke point. The other choke point is funding. Now, okay, I have the watch I want to make, but now how am I going to get the prototype, right? But if you're wondering why I'm so focused on getting the prototype in, is because once I have the prototype and I make sure that all of the manufacturers are capable, they make good cases, they can make me hundreds, thousands of these cases. This dial company can make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, or maybe even thousands of these dials. The hands can be made blah 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 blah. The movement companies are legit, reliable. I get these all wholesale for an inexpensive price. And once I have that prototype, do you want to know what that means? It means I can launch it on Kickstarter. Now, a lot of you guys, and including myself, have had perceptions about Kickstarter watches because they don't have history, because they don't have this, because they don't have this. But I totally excuse that, you know.
What are you getting? Bye, man.
Peace, CJ.
I'm expecting a package.
Yeah, I got you. But the thing is, the reason why I'm going Kickstarter is because it costs an exceptional amount of money to make 1,000 wristwatches. You will be surprised how much it costs to make 1,000 wristwatches. If think about it, if you have a wristwatch that costs $1,000 to make and you make 1,000 of them, that's $1 million. And I don't know about you, I don't have $1 million. But the best part about Kickstarter also is because it shows that people actually want to buy your product. So if I make this prototype, right, no matter what, I can use the prototype. It can be my watch, that's fine. But let's say I send the watch out to TGV, I send it out to Federico, What You Want Inc. I get some blogs to post about it. And then I launch a Kickstarter at the same time. Well, that is a recipe for a successful Kickstarter. And then from there, more moves can happen. And in the background of this, my partner is designing a watch winder that is basic. I don't even know if you can even call it a watch winder anymore. It's a wholly different way to keep your watch charged. If I have the watch, and then he has the watch winder, we can market them together. We can send the whole package off to mainstream sources like Unbox Therapy. We could go hit up like all the different tech blogs, the tech channels, like, and then that's how you get mass market. But right now, I'm more focusing on getting the prototype, getting the funding, and really impressing the connoisseur crowd. Elon Musk went from top super duper. He made it. Remember, his first car was a supermodel car, supermodel car, a supercar. Yeah, and then from there he worked down, and now he's selling family sedans. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go high end, try to get it funded by the watch connoisseurs. By high end, I mean over $500, less than $1,200. And then from there, since I want to affect youth, you know, I want younger people to get into wristwatches. Once I've established myself in the watch world, that's when I want to start establishing myself mass market. Going probably Miyota movement, Japanese case. Probably all in-house made in Japan kind of watch, and then from there it's just really, I just have to be really good at marketing. So that's my overall game plan, guys. I really do appreciate your feedback on the latest video. Lee had some great comments also. I appreciate the video that I review crap told me about, where the guy was going to China. But you know, that is not the route I want to take. I want to go more. I mean, honestly, if I might assemble in China, and I also might go with that Chinese chronograph movement. I forgot what it's called, and I always mess up and call it a Zeppelin, but the Chinese chronograph movement. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but sorry about the camera angle. I know it's a bit crooked. Yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I just want to thank you very, very much for your guys' feedback and support. This is going to be I want to say a long process, but in the grand scheme of things, not very long. I'm thinking if I have the funds, I could probably get a prototype ordered in probably about 2 months max. But if I don't have any funds, then I'm gonna have to wait till my summer SYP job. If you guys do want to help out with the funding for the prototype, let me know in the comments, because you know, you guys enjoy watches. I'm sure you guys would be interested in what I can create. But when that does happen, if it happens, that'll be in the future, and I want to be able to show you guys exactly who my manufacturers are going to be, exactly what are my relationship with these manufacturers are, where am I getting the dials done, why did I choose this movement, talking about the different hands I'm doing. Like let's go and basically follow my process for starting a watch business. I've seen a few other videos like this in other channels. I haven't really watched them, but I saw them in the recommended of this latest Chinese watch manufacturing video. I'm not for sure if anyone has done this before, honestly. At least I mean filming it on YouTube. So stay tuned for the journey, guys. If you guys have any feedback throughout this process, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys want me to post less about this, tell me. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. This is a process that I want you guys, you specifically looking at that screen, to be a part of. Let's get this going. Thank you very, very much for watching, and Akuma out.